Hi, my name is Calvin Skinner.
And I'm Ricky Tibbetts.
And this is Simple Pleasures.
Today's topic, Frank Sinatra.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
So, Frank Sinatra. What do you think is so pleasurable about Frank Sinatra?
Well, I've always been into music. I've played a couple instruments, and I don't understand. I just always had an appreciation for older music. I'd never listened to it or could get into it because I was a kid, but eventually I caught on to jazz, and I really started to appreciate it and enjoy it and understand it. And then a year or two ago, I discovered Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I discovered it around the same time. It was during when the song "Fly Me to the Moon" was playing, and you were singing it a little bit, and then I started to get hooked on that. I got hooked on it very quickly. For some reason, that old-time music, that old-timey sound, you immediately get this sense of respectability from it, as if you're venturing into some kind of sacred form of music, and it just feels as though it's important.
Yeah,
it feels as though you're interacting with the past, or at least the better aspects of the past.
It's so timeless, and I've never met anybody that does not like Frank Sinatra, or can at least appreciate it.
His lyrics have always been something that's attracted people. It's usually always been about love, those kind of very intimate feelings. Me and him actually just went to the beach, and during the time we were there, we sat down and we played on our Bluetooth speaker some Frank Sinatra. Immediately, there were two much older ladies who were stunned that younger kids were listening to New York, New York, or Fly Me to the Moon, those two hit songs of his. And we kind of looked a little creepish singing out loud on the beach.
No.
But I loved it. I thought it was great.
Whenever you go to the beach, there's always people that are playing some pretty raunchy pop music. But Frank Sinatra, it's like any of that jazz is just so ingrained in our history. It flows with everyone.
His classy voice, his seronic vocals, for some reason I've always been able to accompany that with the morning, with
coffee,
honestly. Jazz, Frank Sinatra, coffee, those things go together. It goes hand in hand with our last video, basically. It's a good way to wake up. His songs, for the most part, are never really sad.
Yeah.
They're always upbeat, and
there
they always
are some sad ones, though.
They always get your day going the right way, and that's why it's so pleasurable to me. It's always this upbeat vocalist who's able to mold the rest of my day. It just puts me in a good mood.
There are genres of music that are oddly stereotyped, and for the most part, within certain artists, they just have these very linear song types that are just either, really depressive or are all love songs. But Frank Sinatra, I find to be a lot of love songs, but for the most part, it's pretty widely mixed. Thank you for watching. That's been Simple Pleasures
on Frank Sinatra, and tune in next time for more of our great videos.
I'm Calvin Skinner.
I'm Ricky Tibbetts. See you next time. I would recommend, if you're looking for Frank Sinatra, to look at the songs that we listed in this video, but also look for some Dean Martin, some Louis Armstrong. Those two artists very close to Frank Sinatra's sound.
And some of the newer guys?
Oh yes. Even Seth MacFarlane, creative Family Guy.
Yeah.
He is in love with Frank Sinatra. He loves that low seronic sound, and his voice, as everybody knows, is perfectly suited for it. He has an album called No One Ever Tells You, or at least that's the hit song on it. And he basically replicates that old sound. He incorporates a jazz band in the back.
I like his version of what is it again?
No One Ever Tells You.
No One Ever Tells You.